Right on. Okay. Well, hello. Okay. So back to finishing up this truck. Um, so I've had some thoughts about this, and actually, the thing I wanted to do was I was reviewing some video of this vehicle, and kind of felt like these thrusters on top. Well, they basically, I mean, they look like they're just slapped on, which basically were. Two, four. Um, but they're also the only thing on top. So I thought if I could move them somewhere else, I could reduce the profile of this vehicle. And I know I had made the remark that this seems like bigger, longer than other miners that I've built, and I think that actually might be contributing to it because when I made the comment, I was trying to come out of an angled hole, and the guard of those thrusters up there is what uh, had hit the tunnel roof. So it won't completely solve the problem, but I'm thinking it'll also look better if I can move those. So let's see what I can do here. Goodness. Right. Deal. Let's get sure there. And before I do anything else, actually I want to increase all my quotas because I'm about to finish up this truck and load it up with a bunch of stuff. So I don't want to be waiting around while this makes everything. So I think, of course, I also don't want to jam it up trying to make thousands of things if if I run out of stuff. So I think this will be a good amount here. I'll just start with these things first, the big numbers. Bring this up to 3,000 each, and then um, I know the things I'm going to be making need a lot of bulletproof glass because they have solar panels and windows. So we'll go with that. Um, Guess we can go with that. Displays. Girders. Sure. Large bottles. Large tubes. I'm gonna go with 500 on that. Metal grids. I'm just gonna go with 300 for now. Motors. Bring this up to 700. Power cells. Let's bring this to 120. That is 1.5 large grid batteries. Um, yeah, alright, radio. Small steel tubes I'll bring up to 1,000. Got the steel, and those are fine. One thing I do need to do, show you on this first, is I noticed that solar cells are not on here. So, I'll assembly here, learn here, entry. Yeah. Okay. Now, Hopefully it figured it out. I know it can take a second to update. Solar cell 1. There we go. So I'm going to go with, I need 16 per panel. One building has 20 panels. That's 320. I think that's enough to get started, so we'll go with that. All right, so you get to work on that, and in the meantime, well, these are the reverse thrusts. So what I was thinking was, basically on the sides, you put them in the middle. I probably could put them on the middle. I forget what the danger zone is for small grade atmospherics. It's probably 1, but I'm not completely sure. So let's see, let's do here. Sticks back a little. Outlet. Kind of like the boxy back end. It's cool. I put them. Part of the challenge is that I like the tight, compact aesthetic, right? With the 2 engines here underneath, just kind of poking out of the side here. I think it's a good look, right? But because everything is built on the same grid size, well, there are 2 grid sizes, but small grids are all built in the same grid size, large grids, same grid size. There's no variation, and it becomes really easy to end up building a brick. I mean, even this is pretty brick-like. So sometimes I do think like I like this aesthetic of like the tight arrangement of engines, but sometimes I do something different, like have them stick out like little mini wings, just to avoid getting like ending up with a brick. Something like that. Maybe like that. Cool, I suppose. See how I feel about it later on. All right. Curious, can I? I can. Oh, that's cool. Makes this completely unfunctional, but I'm okay with that. It's really aesthetic anyway. I like that. Yep. Oh. Um, Ass. Menu. Function. Like that and that. There you go. Learn the things. Just take. I don't have any gravel? That seems suspect. I have plenty of gravel. Alright. Learn many, that is correct. Alright, well, you do your thing. Sometimes it can take, the learn many command can take a while. I don't know why. But in the meantime, I can fix the configuration on this. Let's see. Thrusters. Are 0, 252, and alright, and then alpha. Or point 0.03. Not that. This one. 0.03. There we go. Alright, you guys reset your name. And then new. Jarvis. Nope. Cool. So we have 4 reverse. Still looks pretty good, I think. And if I want to, I can actually go so far as to mount navigation lights on the middle winglets there. May end up doing that later on. Alright. Recharge on. Thrusters and gyros on. Dampeners on. And lights on. That is the way to do it. They are correctly aligned. Dock. Thrusters off. Battery on recharge. Alright, groups. Oh, I didn't. Okay, yeah. Thrusters. Where are... Oh. Right. Let's see. Thrusters on. I'm gonna hit the undock and then the battery real quick. Go. Thrusters. Backward. Word. Go. There they go. Alright, cool. So, dampeners off. 6 and 7. Alright. So, here we go. And gonna kill the thrusters and then dock immediately. Battery on recharge. 5, 6, and 7 to turn the lights out. Excellent. Oh, um, should blueprint that, huh? Should. This way. Ah, wait, I cannot do this. Do it like that. But I think light, ice. This. Let's double check what's on the clipboard. Yep, looks good. All right, cool. That one's good. Now, over here. And I realize now, even though I have overhead lights that clearly reach the floor, the thing I'm working on is still in shadow. So I may need to either extend the range on these, maybe set up some sideways facing lights, because I'm not sure if stronger light facing down is really going to help. So let's see. One thing I was thinking is that these three modules here are likely, when under load, going to be the heaviest parts of the craft. Which means the center mass is going to be just here or just barely forward, depending on the weight of this module versus this module and this stuff. So I want to move these back. I'm going to move them all the way back. Well, all the way back to here. Yep. So I've mentioned before that, the second time I do things, it's better. Or the more times you do the thing, the better it is. Specifically in the context of designing a ship or building a ship. So, after the end of the previous episode, a day or so later, I loaded up the episode at where it ended and continued to build this ship out, and I finished it. And I gotta be honest, I wasn't terribly happy with it, so I'm not gonna use that at all. I did blueprint it, but I wasn't super happy with it, so I figure now that I've done it once, hopefully this time it'll be better. Let's see. So I kind of have this idea. Alrighty, so I have this idea. I have a couple ideas running through my head here. So one is, I kind of, I don't normally put this, what would basically be like a structural element along the bottom here, because it's not really connected. It's like half connected. Normally I would put it here or here. And since I've chosen not to do that, which I did deliberately to like I have things that I do that I like to do because I like how they work. Like to in my mind, the expression is, well, they work, right? Um, and that what I mean is like they work for me aesthetically and kind of like logically. Like I like the result that I get, and that's good to build up kind of like a almost like a design language, right? Of like, well, I build my things like this or that, or follow these kind of rules, which will result in a lot of your stuff looking similar, which makes sense, right? It's the same person designed them. They will tend to be similar. Um, but I think it is like it's good to build up a library of tools like that. But at the same time, I also think it's good or beneficial to sometimes go against those just to see what you end up with, right? Um, the whole reason that I ended up with like the things that I like is because I didn't have anything and I had, like I didn't have any like internal like mindset of the sorts of things I like to build or the techniques I like to build or whatever. And so this is what I figured out. And I can the things I like I kept and the things I didn't like I forgot. Um, so I think it's good to periodically do something like deliberately different just to see what you come up with. You know? And running this set of beam blocks down here is definitely not something I would normally do. So and the reason I did that was to see what I come up with. Well, I do have beam blocks that do that, don't I? So let's try that. Yeah. Here and I don't like that overhang, but I don't like coming straight down like that either, which I realize is what I had before. I don't really like that. I didn't like it before either. I just went with it. Um, let's go ahead. These. Cool. All right. Yeah, sure. That one. That one. All right, cool. Now one thing. that did not occur to me earlier is that I had been planning to put a solar panel on the top of this thing. And the presence of these thrusters here will make that solar panel sit a lot higher than I want it to. Oh. So, well, that is definitely a solar panel on top. The All right, cool. These cargo containers are really hard. I find them really hard to build around because they really don't go to the edge of their bounding box, except for like the middle three, like the middle 3 by 3, and the outer rows in all dimensions. Just they don't visibly connect to anything, and I find that looks weird. Yeah, things couple. And how are we doing making stuff? Angle grinder, data pad, detector, hydrogen bottle, radio, and welder 2. Okay. I don't want a welder 2. I don't see the paint gun though. Get the hell out of me. Alright, here we go. No. Welder 2. Here. Pass. Learn mini. It didn't do it. And I now have 100 freaking paint guns. Alright, I don't know why. Learn mini just doesn't work well. I don't know why I have such a hard time getting it to work. Learn tends to work fairly quickly. Hopefully it doesn't make a liar out of me now, but yeah, let's see. 3 items it learned it. Let's try this. Works great. Learn many, never fucking works. Oh, oops, hang on. Gotta put it back. Learn. Hey, stop it. Trying to. There we go. Yeah. There we go. Learn works really well. Learn many does not. Mental note. Mental note of that. Awesome. Good. Now let's come over here. 104. Yeah, that's perfect. 1. That's what I want. Paint gun. Mag. Actually, that's the 2. That's fine. I'll do 3,000. They go really quick. they're made really quickly. And 108, 106, some 108. Okay, so yeah, it's gonna be a bit working on that. All right, so back over to here. So I am still gonna move this upward one. Hmm. It just looks really boring. Granted, trucks should look boring, but interesting. Sci-fi trucks should look interesting. Okay, let's see. And I continue. No. So we'll do this one. That. So this is the same pattern I used in the front. Nice symmetry there. I don't have the room to bring it all the way back again because then it'll look like everything's just hanging out in the middle of the air. Do you think I should put a door on the back? Cover. And I feel like they would be sideways. Cool. Okay. So things to keep in mind. Um, I still need to place 2 computers. I still need to place 2 gyros. I need to place downward facing spotlights for landing. I need a headlight. Do something with the front there. And I need sideways facing area lights. Would like to do something. Thrusters. Oh, and I need sideways facing thrusters. Right. That. Actually, one thing I was thinking of was making this a dual cockpit, like side by side. Kind of a cool look. That would bring this cockpit straight to the edge here. Done anything in here. I mean, I wouldn't lose anything by trying it, so yeah, let's try it. What am I highlighting? So oh, I would have one there and one there. I do kind of like that. Hmm. and do it. All right. So the batteries don't look so good anymore. I like that kind of the way they jutted out on the sides. I don't think that's a good look anymore. Fortunately, they're fully charged, aren't they? So I have all this weird middle space to deal with. Now this does give me space to put fixtures. Only two though. And they're right behind the door. What about here? So this is making the front even bigger. But you know what? I could bring that up to 6 then. Which I do like the idea of, because I imagine this will be fairly heavy. So having stronger stabilization, it's a good thing. It's a nice look. Maybe. Oh, I hadn't thought about this. This I-beam is at the right level to continue to wrap around here. Give it a little bit of width so it's not straight up and down. I think, let's see. See how these look. Should I do the whole thing? Alright, let's see. So, I do like that lip. I do think that is a good thing. Let's see, for back here. Well, I could do one of these. That's a weird shape though. Drops down. This one needs to be the same. So, Well, really liking this version very much better. Hmm. So this is going to be actually flat up against that. Time comes. 2, 3. No, I'm thinking landing light might go right here really well. Uh, that sucks. Hmm. Don't really like this. This is okay. No. Okay, this works for me. Back there. There, that's fine. And hmm. Alright, I guess. Sure. Guess something there. Okay. Cool. Structure components. Assembling 833. We have 2000. Tell me I need one. It's ridiculous. Cool. All right. So this. Would be better like this to break it up. I do think I like that. Do the same up front. Something needs to go over here. straight up and down, or cross like a faux grill. Um, I don't really like it. Um, but we'll see. I'm gonna keep it. Honestly, I don't think it's any worse than what I had before. I do think one thing I can do though is put I'm thinking of putting something like this down here just to fill in the gap. Steel. That's ridiculous. Steel. Oh, we haven't gotten rid of those yet? Cool. Alright, what are we doing? I guess assembly first and then disassembly? Probably. Eight, two, three. Now, I don't like having exposed conveyors. Hmm. How about that? I mean, you can still see it. You look up in there. Can't get to it. All right, cool. Huh. We'll see where that goes. I end up putting two vents there, two intake vents for the occupants to breathe. All right, let's look at these engine cells. So we got the sideways thrusters, yeah. All right, we get the two landing lights, sideways lights, yeah. Headlights. Thinking, actually. Let's just place that there for now. Um, the sideways lights. Oh, that's not bad. Put one there. There. Almost look like turn signals. Let's see. Oh, those don't really work very well, do they? What if? Right. I mean, they look fine from this direction, but as soon as you get up here, giant gaps, they don't look good. What if we did something? Got a solid in the center, and we can put this. Then we'll go back to a solid. And then what up here we put from like, we can put it that, and we can put this one. I mean, it clearly looks like an afterthought, which, to be completely honest, I'm okay with. I think sometimes if you build a vehicle and then, like, you build the base vehicle, like I'll do this a lot of times with stuff like the miner over there. Like, I'll build the base vehicle and the base functionality and the base aesthetic, and then I'll go back and basically ruin the good looking lines, right? By like, oh well, I need a gyro, I'll slap that on here. Oh, I needed whatever. Um, because I think that gives it a very real. I don't like to use that word, but uh, I like the results that produces. I know in a lot of cases in the real world, that is how things are designed. Like they go through iterations, and you get like first iteration is like, yeah, this is the thing we want. This is how we want it to look, and oh, it's really cool. But then, cool. But then by the time it gets to production, whatever, it's been modified and changed because oh well, there was this requirement that we didn't account for, or that requirement, or this requirement changed, especially for government military stuff. And even though I suspect that, well, yeah, that's where my first-hand knowledge comes from. But I think even like civilian cars, like they kind of do the same thing. Like if you ever see an image of like a concept car or a car that like currently exists, like like the concept image from before the car existed, like it always looks like way better. And then you see the real thing, and some like for me, like when I first noticed this, I was like, oh man, that looks so cool. And then you see the real thing, and I'm like, it something's different. It doesn't look as cool anymore. And then you realize, um, well, it's because like, oh, well, to keep it legal, they needed to add headlights or turn signals or a place to put the license plate or something like that. There's all these little things that kind of break up the design that basically look like afterthoughts. So that's I try to take kind of the same approach, and I'm usually fairly happy with the results. I know I don't. That's just my style. I don't design like sleek looking ships. That is an art form that doesn't come naturally to me, I don't think. Every now and then I might get something that looks cool, like sleek or whatever, but it's some of the things I see people knock out that are on the workshop. They are amazing. That's that's not me. I'm better at trucks. Things that look like they're purpose built. Oh yeah, I'm not a engine. Annie, 61, 87, 95. Cool. All right. Well, oh yeah, let's warm this thing up. Oh yeah. So if I have to do something like that here, I'd like to do the same thing for this one. But there's a joint here that's going to be, how's that going to work out? Curious, I'm feeling a little bit of lag here, and when I loaded up the previous episode after I stopped recording, I loaded up a copy and was messing around with this design. I didn't experience any lag at all, and nothing is different. Strange. All right, that's all right, I guess. I think it needs some panels. Kind of wrap these guys. Yeah. Yeah, we'll do like that for now. I was thinking there are those small window, like the barred windows. Those make like cool grills. I was thinking of using those. And there we go. Cool. So I almost think this light group thing here should be back here instead. If it was a little bit, if there was a little more space between these, I would just put a third one. I think it would look good. But I think they're too close. Oh, I never rolled it up then. Maybe it goes inside. I did. Oh, all right. Um, put covers on these. Let's put a little openable covers. Because why not? Be neat if these had no back, so that they functioned like small versions of the big ones that you can, like these back here. So you can use this to cover a port, but then you open it and get to the port. These little ones don't do that. Sure would be cool if they did. These nacelles and their connections still look terrible. Well, it still doesn't look very good. Do they? Let's put this here. So I was thinking I like to do like this, either this guy or two of these on either side. Put one of these on the other side. I put one of those grills on top, so it kind of looks like it's loosely held on by like a metal cage or something. But I don't want these ports exposed. So what options do I have? Any? Let's see. What does this look? Actually, kind of cool. What about this? Does this work? I think this might be too much. How it works. Let's put the same thing over here. And although I like symmetry, I don't generally like to put twin spotlights facing forward. Um, Done it. But it doesn't actually help. It's no better than one. And while I don't mind doing something purely for aesthetics, um, rendering lights is expensive compared to like a block or whatever. And it's just a cost that, like, if I do it on everything, right, then everything's got twice as many lights as it needs. I don't know. It's just an opportunity to add some asymmetry, some asymmetric interest, I guess. Sometimes I'll just go with like this. A bad spot for like maybe a camera, but you know, do right. I guess. Whatever. I'll put one on. It does work as a telescope, right? So how are we looking? We're getting there. We're getting there a fair bit slower than I expected, though. It's okay, but we're not expected. Power's at 81%. Oh, okay. Hydro's at 100. That's good. Uh, 51,000 ice. All right. Oh. Right. So we've got the side lights, ending lights, headlights. Well, let's go. Oh, what happened to my? Oh, oh, I see. All right. Well, whatever. Um. Let's try back here. Go that. All right. That's that seems good. Cool. All right. Now that isn't gonna work here. Oh, excuse me. How about this? We got that. This wouldn't be too bad. Wouldn't be great, but it wouldn't be too bad. Except in the front. I don't really like that. Of all the shapes that we don't have, I know a lot of people, especially people who build with a lot of angles and stuff, they're like, oh, we need, this angle connecting to that angle and all that. The pieces that I find I want to use, like that I find myself going, oh, I really wish I had these, are this, but as a square, like instead of a slope, like half of this piece. So it's like a quarter of a full block, but it's straight rectangular. That's what I find. And then like some sort of slope that leads up to it, either like one of the uh, like one of the like a quarter size one of these, or a half size one of these. So These are the ones that I find that I'm like, oh, I wish I had this part the most. And you know, it's funny because it's almost always a situation like this where I'm trying to wrap around something, a rotor. Hmm. Do have panels. I do like that. Guess that's not too bad. That's interesting. So we can do that. This one, this one first. There. That one. There. All right. Cool. And over here, this will be. Oh, we'll need that. Actually, we'll do. So we'll do that one, and then we'll do this one. Oh, I can't. No. What about? I don't know. I'm gonna go with this anyway, even though there's a small lip side as well. See how it looks. All right. I guess that's okay. All right, now these thrusters, they still need something. They are horrible. Ah, hmm. That might not be too bad. Did that. Then I would want the middle piece.
Fuel low.
Again.
Fuel critical.
Oh. Oh, 4 is fine. All right, so assembling 156, 154, 156, 100, 143, 159. Not a whole lot. I gotta be honest, I really expected to have reach these quotas about 45 minutes ago, though, so it's taking roughly twice as long as I expected. Okay. So it's an end. Junction that we want to do. Oops. Oh my goodness. This. Oh my goodness. Oh, and then I fucked it up. Oh, damn it. There. E. That. And um I don't love it. I'm saying that a lot about this thing, huh? Like that. Um, it fits. Does indeed fit. That works. A little bit awkward, but I guess it works. There is. That was visible. So there is this here. Is this the one? Yeah. This is it. So there is that. Well, we can do that. Then I could put needles. Oh, yeah. That looks good. Cool. Light armor slope transition tip. Light armor slope transition tip mirrored. Yes, that's what I want. Okay. This one. Cool. All right. Yeah, I like that. How would this look? Yeah. All right. Well, this top piece would look weird. I put a flat panel on this, like a half panel. Cool. Now I would like something on the side, sort of suggest it's being held down. Now we've got this on the back. Feel like it needs something else. That seems fine. Sure. Yeah. All right. I don't love this, but it's fine. Oh, this is not where I want that one to go. That's what. Cool. Right on. So still don't have gyros or computers. I do have a place to kind of drop them in though. Hmm.
Inventory full.
Alrighty. Need the T junction. There we go. Cool. E. Go. Right. Yep. There. G. Right. Actually, is that? No. This way. There we go. Nope. Yeah. Cool. Cool. Ah. Cool. Go. Okay. These all look. Oh my goodness. Interesting thought, though. I don't know that I would have done that, but I like the idea. There it again. Here, checking the angle of the intakes. They are sloped slightly, which is a nice little bit of detail, but it does mean that place them, you can't just slap them down, otherwise it won't look right. And it's something I I can easily miss during construction, and then when using it, uh, that's when I'll notice it. I like that. All right. This seems pretty good. Wondering if these panels are an opportunity to put some sort of slope that would kind of connect the front half to the back as well as block that gap. Let's see. I think in the previous episode, and I think while it was building that one, I think this one, I was like, oh, I don't want to overthink. I don't want to overthink. But which is true. However, this particular build turned out so ugly the first time that I'm like, nah, I better overthink this one. I better put some thought into this one. It don't have to be overthought, but still. Uh, I've now seen plenty of examples of what doesn't work for it, so. Alright, I think that's nice. Yeah. Gonna mix and match the angles there a little bit, but it's fine. Okay, cool. Oh, I don't really like that camera up front, but can stay for now. Um, would like to have something on the bottom, on the back. If I can work anything that's gonna look all right there. This will look like it's hanging out in the middle of the air. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Well, that also means this isn't gonna work. Yeah, okay, that will work, but that's not what I need. This is what I need, and that won't work. Okay. So I could do something like this. Find something right down here. Hmm. Oh, something like this. Two, 3. It seems a bit extra. That's all right. Well, I guess nothing. Nothing is it. Nothing it is. I had wanted to put something on the base of these, but I did not want to put these, give it little bell bottoms. Um, I was hoping that that's not gonna work. I was hoping that like these would be enough, but they don't really work either. They have this bit that extends there. All right. I don't really like the nose. These things. I like them, but I don't think they fit the rest of the aesthetic. Don't like that camera. Um, like literally nothing else is streamlined even remotely. Okay, I can't say that. I guess remotely, yeah, it's remotely streamlined. Whatever. Let's put okay, that's going to be moving up. I think I'll put the air vents on the sides here when I bring it up. Means I don't need to save these. So do got that. I think I'll put 3 on here. Then, oh, steel. Steel. And over here, paint gun. Oh, it's actually actively disassembling those right now. Oh, and everything else is at quota. Just about. All right, that is really good. Computers, solar cells are at 320. That's good. Yeah, cool. I'm happy about that. All right, these computers that I need, let's put them. I would prefer them to be visible. See that happening, except maybe. Hmm, yeah, I guess I can do that. Cool. All right, so let's get an end. Here. Hmm. uh, here and um. No, that's horrible. um. Oops. It's fine. It's fine. I'm not a big fan of the front, just like comes straight down and they go like that right angle. But yeah, at this point. All right. This will be here. All right. Program. Let's do this one. Hmm. D- d- Well, that sucks. Okay, here is. Oh, oh, wow. Okay. Let's kill the power. And cool. Arc. Marker. Cool. Yankee. Cool. Right on. Uh, we don't need this. Here we go. Let's see. 35. There it is. On that. And oh, right. There it is. That's the one. Uh, yeah, we'll do the fans. Keep them right side up. Go. Cool. All right. Very cool. All right, let's hop in and configure this guy. Okay, what am I in? I'm here. Pilot. This will be the co-pilot. Solar panel. see that. Bad boys. That one. Those. Air vents. Take. Set suffix. Pressurize. Go. I guess let's do air. Alright. Thrusters. All. And gyro. There's that name. Okay, so I need. Thrusters here. This is the UTLL system. Gyros. I need the rotors. 2, 3, 4, and I need the block. There you are. That's everything. Yeah, I couldn't do this while connected because there was another craft connected and I wanted to mess with it. So, Wes gets set this to 6 and this to 4. The Metal Gear set this down to 10%. Everything that's true becomes false. This is all extra functionality that, quite honestly, I wish wasn't here. Scripts to do one thing, exactly one thing. I don't like it when it's like, oh, I provide this function, but also this stuff. No, I don't like that at all. I just don't like it. Vector thrust, don't mess with my power and all this crap, like setting batteries and tanks to recharge and park and all that shit. I don't want or need that. I understand why, as it was developed, those functions were added because they were like they can synergize well with what the script does. But I find, like, for me, when I'm writing a script, if I write a script that does like one, like, as a primary function, like aim solar panels at sun, for example, or manage vector thrusters. When I start adding in all these other things, they are, to me, very useful, but they're actually really more like edge case stuff. Most people who go looking for that script probably really only care about the one thing, and they don't want the other stuff, and they'll like leave it to whatever the defaults are. But the problem with that is if it's doing more than is advertised, and people don't know that, or they don't understand what else it's doing, and they just use the defaults, then you get cases where people jump on my Discord and they're like, oh, hey, I'm encountering this problem. What, like, I'm not any idea why. And it's like, well, no, because that doesn't seem related to anything that you've said you're using, and yet clearly it is because they're having the problem. So I find it's not terribly, I don't want to say user friendly, but like it's not novice friendly. Like it's not it becomes less black boxy, and it becomes more like you like more of like an enthusiast thing. Like you gotta get in there and learn like all the different things to really custom tweak it to make it do exactly what you want. Which, understandably so, the author of something like that does understand all that, and they're writing, presumably they're writing for themselves. Like, I understand where that would, like, the drive to do that comes from, because like, it happens to me as well. But I definitely prefer not to have that. Like I don't like I have a script that moves that does ice management, right? So I don't want anything else to do that. Like I want my script. I want the script I have for that purpose to do that. And what I don't want is for another script to also be trying to do that, and I may not know, so I get it, but I don't like it. Why did you not? Cool. All right. So these go, yes, go. Rotors. Whoops. Here we go. I am gonna need to put that up, and then I don't. Here, there's all the left and rights. Just these bad boys. Here. Here. There. So did. Yeah, we'll do a orange and a yellow. That makes a nice vivid fire color. It's to use. So alright, so now go. Scopes can be hidden. These are the real lights. So now intensity of 1, fall off 5, set max. These are area, set suffix, save there, says mod there, set turn that off, and then it's not used for parking. There we go. Ooh, 1 and 2 lights. Like these are nice bright blue intensity, that's fine. Offset those and turn them off. This is the headlight. Offset, drop it down to 2. Work, toolbar yes, terminal no. Batteries. 3. Place. Freeze. Save. And there we go. This is probably gonna be gyro manager. Probably. I'm gonna leave it empty for now. Alright, you main no locking, yes horizon and altitude. You no locking. Okay. Cool. This is cargo air vector dash cargo 3. Cool. All right, here. So groups, batteries, charge on and off, roaster system, VTOL system on, VTOL system off. Connector, switch lock, magnetic plates, switch lock, landing light on off, area light on off, headlight off, and program run here. There we go. Okay, I don't have navigation lights on here. Okay, I would like to add those. It's on real quick somewhere. Eh, not that critical. But like this. So here I'm gonna print this. Okay, yep. So delete. Yeah. Wait. This is actually the 2. It's not really a type 2. It's debatable. No, whatever. Save that. What is going on here? Blueprint. Strange. Okay. That's the first one. Second. Cool. I'm pretty happy. Ooh, look at the thrusters there. Oh, that is. Here. Unlock. Look at that. Cool. All right. I like it. So, guess what I can do is reconnect it. It is charged. Go. All right, and let's see. Connect everything off. And batteries recharge. Cool. All right, I'm quite happy with that. And that that is the end of the episode. So I will see you later. Goodbye.